Hello, my name is Amy Gilberti, and I am currently studying child development as part of my coursework as an early childhood education major. I observed a 5-year-old boy in the physical, cognitive, and social domains. For the purpose of this presentation, I will refer to the boy as Jack. The observed child, Jack, is a 5-year-old boy attending Ascension Grammar School. He lives at home with his mother, father, and older brother. This is his first year at Ascension Grammar School, and he is in an inclusion kindergarten class with 13 other students and one teacher. First, I observed Jack's physical development. The physical development of a typically developing 5-year-old is characterized by increased coordination and gross and fine motor capabilities. After toddlerhood, children continue to grow taller and leaner, and their proportions begin to resemble those of adults. Jack is one of the tallest students in the class, and he has developed a lean, slightly muscular build. It is also common for children to start losing teeth at this age, and Jack has lost 2 already. At 5 years, 11 months, Jack's gross motor skills are developmentally appropriate. He's able to run smoothly at an increased speed, which is expected at this age. Between 5 and 6 years old, a child should also have developed the ability to skip and gallop. I observed Jack skipping in the classroom. Children at this age display mature throwing and catching patterns. At 5 years, children shift their weight forward and step as they release a ball. This allows them to throw the ball harder and farther. 5-year-olds should also be able to catch a ball using only their hands and fingers. Jack was able to throw the ball very far, pushing it away from his body. When he caught the ball, however, he cradled it into his arms, yet this could also be due to the size of the ball in proportion to his body. Jack is slightly less developed in his fine motor capabilities. A 5-year-old child should use an adult pencil grip to write his or her name, copy some numbers, and write letters in simple words. Jack is able to write and draw with pencils, crayons, and markers using an adult pencil grip with his right hand, such as this. Although he can write sentences, most of Jack's letters and numbers are still very oversized. While Jack's pictures of people are complex in the sense that they have at least 5 parts and the head and body are differentiated, he still lacks the fine motor coordination to make small details on pictures such as eyes, noses, and fingers. Jack still has difficulty keeping the scissors straight and often cuts in jagged chunks as well. None of Jack's fine motor abilities are cause for concern, as he could simply use further practice manipulating small objects and developing his skills. Next, I observed Jack's cognitive development. Between the ages of 2 and 7, children are considered to be in Piaget's pre-operational stage, during which make-believe and dramatic play increase. Jack often attempts to engage in dramatic play on the playground, yet the made-up scenarios are not very complex and have the same general behavior. At this age, Jack should be able to create and coordinate several different roles into an elaborate plot. Between the ages of 4 and 8, children's magical beliefs tend to decline. It seems as though Jack cannot always distinguish between real and make-believe, as he still believes in monsters. Jack's notions of make-believe and fiction are not flexible and therefore inappropriate for his age. Jack still demonstrates egocentric tendencies and fails to see things from others' points of view. He has trouble understanding how his actions may influence or cause others' reactions, especially when his peers react differently from his expectations. During early childhood, the attention span increases as children develop the ability to inhibit impulses and focus on a particular goal. Jack has trouble regulating impulses during group time and is even less able to stay on task during seat work. Jack's distracted behavior suggests possible attention disorder. An increase in children's information processing capabilities affects their knowledge of basic reading, writing, and mathematical skills. Jack is able to write sentences using invented spelling, which is expected at this age. Jack is also continuing to develop his mathematical reasoning skills. Language skills are also part of the cognitive domain. Jack struggles the most with pragmatics of language and conversation. Pragmatics deals with the social aspects of language, such as taking turns, staying on the same topic, and conforming to the rules for social interaction. Jack often fails to stay on the topic of conversation and frequently shares unrelated stories. The observer also notices his tendency to make inappropriately violent statements involving weapons and fighting. Last, I observed Jack's social and emotional development. He has an underdeveloped sense of emotions and emotional understanding. He has trouble reading other social cues as well. Because Jack lacks this knowledge, he has a great difficulty gauging children's moods and initiating play with others. This also affects his ability to constructively respond to disputes and conflicts. Because Jack has difficulty understanding emotions, he is generally unable to regulate his own. Jack is unable to regulate his emotions to a comfortable level and often cries or gets angry when things do not go his way. While Jack is completing seat work, particularly creative writing activities, it is evident that he is receptive to others' comments and evaluations. When the teacher provides Jack with any type of feedback besides praise, he immediately responds with frustration. It is evident that Jack feels self-conscious about his abilities to the point where he sees any feedback as negative. Based on observations of Jack's play, he lacks social problem-solving skills. He is unable to cooperate and work well with others who disagree with his ideas. Jack frequently requires adult intervention and conflict mediation. Jack's lack of cooperative play and social problem-solving skills are a sign that he may need behavioral interventions to aid him in social integration. Jack may also have a social information processing deficit. Children who struggle with this have a distorted view of the social world. Jack does not comprehend the difference between accident and on purpose. He feels targeted by the other students, and when he feels threatened, he is likely to yell at other students or show strong emotions. This issue should certainly be addressed. It is not average behavior, and aggressive children tend to be rejected by peers and fail in school. In conclusion, Jack shows adequate physical development and slightly below average cognitive development in the areas of attention, magical thinking, and dramatic play. Jack consistently struggles in almost every aspect of the emotional and social domain. This is inhibiting his progress in other areas of functioning and should be addressed immediately. Thank you.